Wow, that was a very hard-fought contest. Two teams that really, I mean, to be honest, both teams really are just trying to figure out a rhythm on the offensive end, because defensively, I thought Butler was spectacular. I thought our guys in the second half to hold a team to 17 was pretty special. But obviously, we have a lot of respect for the Butler program and how they play, and I thought our guys held their composure after a few things didn't quite go our way in the first half, and we knew we just needed to be tough, and we just knew we needed to have a high level of concentration, because Butler is so efficient in what they do, and they find things that are working, they find deficiencies, and they really go after you. And we really tried to make sure that we had a high level of concentration so that those deficiencies didn't show, and that our effort had to match our concentration level, because they really attacked the glass and got second chance opportunities, and we needed to limit that. But we battled, and I'm very proud of our young men.
Rob, Brad said he thought you guys outwilled them with physicality, effort plays, things like that. Did you see things that way?
It's such a battle with them that it's a chess match in certain ways. They do a nice job of out-willing people with their ball screen action and how they just ride you out. And they do such a nice job of recovering, pinching, recovering. And we just tried to do our best to play our style, and that's try to get it inside and try to get to the free throw line. Now, we didn't get there quite as much as I would have hoped. We need volume free throws just so we can get something out of them. That's a joke. But, you know, for him to say that, I think that's a compliment, and we'll take it as that.
Kaylon, what got you guys going start of the second half there?
We were kind of disappointed the way we played the first half, but we were still only down 1 point. With these teams, we know each other in and out, so it's just about competing and being who's going to be more physical, like the coaches said. And I think we established out the second half, getting James a few baskets early on, and you know, Tony Meyer, I like him starting tonight, getting him a spark, getting him comfortable, and Kyle coming off the bench played really good.
Defense picked it up also for you guys?
Yeah, definitely. I was talking with Coach Boudreau yesterday, and you know, our defense has been falling off here late, and you know, we were the top defensive team before the last couple of weeks, and we just want to get back to being a defensive team because obviously we're not making too many shots.
Hey, Coach, congratulations on the win. Secondly, obviously all wins are big, but coming off of that last road trip, how big was this win, and how important is it to the team?
Well, it's really important. I mean, we were really outplayed and overmatched against Cleveland State, and it wasn't a successful weekend. But as I talked to our guys, the key is to try to be better each time out. And we weren't better after we left Youngstown, but tonight we were better. So that's always the beginning of something that's good. We just try to be better, and if we can be better tomorrow, if our bodies can feel better on Saturday, that's a plus.
James, 3-4 layups for you there at the start of the second half. What was working, or how was that developing?
I mean, I was just working off of we were getting the ball a little bit deeper, and I was cutting, and I was just they were just finding me on the cuts. So I just kept cutting hard, and I kept finding areas that were open.
What's this homestand mean to you guys?
It means a lot. I mean, we got to guard our home floor.
Is that how you like to play, like start of the second half when you're starting to get it inside, get those paint touches?
Yeah. I thought our energy wasn't quite where it needed to be. It didn't match the energy in the building to start the game, is how I really felt, to be quite frankly, to be frank. And it's good to see that our guys just found a way to get back in the game and just keep plugging away. And that was the difference between tonight and some other nights. We just kept plugging away, and then finally we were able to get the balance to tip our way rather than get discouraged. And I didn't see our guys get discouraged tonight.
How did you feel about the atmosphere tonight, like with the military thing?
It's incredible. It's anytime we can be a part of something that special and give back to people that do so much for all of us, it's great to be a part of it. And we were excited to do it. I'm just very thankful that Butler because it took some planning to pull this off with the uniforms and the coordination with the two ROTC programs. And it was just good to see that we had cooperation with Butler, and I knew they would do it, and we would do the same thing. But it really turned out to be a special night for them. It just happened to be on our game night. It was a special night for the ROTC and those people.
After the tough road trip to come back to home, do you feel like you kind of got like a little boost in energy? I mean, we did
get the energy from the crowd. It is good to be back home. Now we had to figure out how to find energy for Saturday. Playing a team that's in first place, and obviously it's a huge game. They're all huge now, but it is good to be home and to see all the fans and the white jerseys with the camouflage. And I'm from Cedarburg, and see all the little kids from St. Francis Borgia, where my kids go to school. Everyone was happy tonight, and that's always fun.
Kaylon, that layup into the first half, are you a little too open on that one?
I should just dunk it.
There you go.
He took that long step like he was going to go up. And
how'd you feel like that? Was it just like, man?
I mean, you guys know how competitive I am, and I get on my teammates for missing so many layups, and then to miss just a point-blank layup, But that's the thing about this team. They were all picking me up in the locker room, and I'm down on myself. But at the same time, we got 20 more minutes, so, it's just where our team is a family. And, I mean, they're getting on me now. As soon as we won the game, they all came up to me. How about that layup? Yeah, I'll hear about it for a while.
So you going to hear about that for a little while, James?
Yeah.
At what point, I noticed in the first half, Butler got off to a fast start, and you guys, with the energy you mentioned, at what point, or what did you do to kind of pick up the energy? Because you guys kind of had the momentum at the end of the first half, heading into the second half. What adjustments did you make?
We've done some different things defensively. We tried a little trap, just showing different looks, and just trying to keep guys into the game, I think. By changing defenses, by trying to call up multiple different plays, just trying to keep the guys engaged and kind of keep the guys thinking and focused on that possession. And I think that's important, because sometimes when things aren't going your way, you start thinking about past possessions. But if you can, what we just try to do is keep guys engaged in the possession that we have right now, because that's so important. But these guys, they just worked hard, and defensively, they gave a great effort.
Butler's kind of had defensive identity in the league nationally over the last few years. I mean, is that something that you guys feel like you could get this year? I mean, statistically, you were ahead of them. I mean, do you feel like people are maybe starting to notice with a game like this that you are a strong defensive team nationally?
Well, it's as we all know that defensively is something. It's all about effort. It's about concentration. It's about togetherness. There are nights where there can be a player that has a spectacular night offensively, and they just can't be stopped. But the defense takes a team effort, and it says more about the team than any. And I think that's been our focus, of trying to keep this team together and try to have this team guard 5 guys. And Norad, as we talked before the game, he's picking it up offensively, and he starts coming down the lane. We needed some help in behind, and we started to get that. But the defense kind of keeps in our theme of we need to be together. You can only be a good defensive team if you're playing together. And tonight, we were together. Now, we weren't a few days ago, but we were better tonight.
All set?